Hi. Welcome to this tutorial for basic SEO strategy to help your website rank high in Google. In this tutorial, you will be able to grab knowledge about fundamental of SEO tactics which are quite essential for ranking. There are lots of videos and tutorials are available out there on SEO, and still if you are watching this tutorial, it means you are deeply interested to know more about SEO. So, without further ado, let's get started. What is on-page SEO? On-page SEO is the process of optimizing a single page on your website. There are some confusion among many people about on-page SEO as they think it is about optimizing the entire site, but it's not. Now, what is off-page SEO? Off-page SEO is just about link building. In other words, it is the process of acquiring backlinks from relevant websites to your website. Why is on-page SEO important? Most of the people know about on-page SEO is just placing the keywords on the page. In fact, keywords are critical for on-page optimization. But here is the thing, on-page optimization includes keywords, copywriting, media, links, user experience, and conversions. Understanding and executing all these on-page factors are important because they will help you to determine how well your page will rank in Google. Let's start with phase 1, performance. Number 1. Do you have Google Analytics tracking set up? If you don't have a setup, just create one. You need to measure the SEO performance of your page. Here is a couple of tools to check this. Number 1. Google Analytics. Number 2. Clicky. It is very important for you to track the source of organic traffic and conversions. Number 2. Are you tracking your primary keyword phrase? You should be tracking your primary keywords to make sure that you are on the right track. You can use some popular keyword research tools like Ubersuggest, Ahrefs, SEMrush. The second phase is crawling and indexing. Point number 3. Is your page crawlable? You must keep in mind that you cannot rank if Google's spider cannot access your page. Robots.txt file and no index tag are two common culprits you need to look out for. To verify whether a particular page is crawlable or not, you can use tools like RankSider, GTmetrix. If the status code appear 200 OK, then it's a good news for you. Point number 4. Is your page indexable? Make sure your page is indexable as well. To check this, simply insert URL in the Google search bar. If it shows up, then it's fine. But if it is not showing up, then you should take some initial steps. First step, check if the page is using the no index tag. You can rectify this by using Screaming Frog tool. Second step, if your page is too deep that crawlers are not able to reach, make sure that the page should be no more than 3 clicks deep. Phase 3. Keywords. Point 5. Are you targeting the right keywords? If you want to rank higher in Google, you need to do some keyword analysis and processes just to ensure that you are targeting the right keywords. You can do this with the help of Ahrefs tool. Simply go to Keyword Explorer tab and export the list of competitors who are ranking on those keywords. If you do this, you will have a roadmap of what you have to do to compete for your targeted keyword phrase. Point 6. Have you already targeted this keyword? Keyword cannibalization is the thing in which multiple pages are targeting the same keyword phrase. Trust me, it won't work. So, what you need to do is, targeting just one primary keyword per page and then focus on creating and updating that one page. No need to create or optimize other pages for the same keyword. But you can use closely related keyword on other pages if the intent is different. For example, if you are talking about a tool on one page, in the informational intent, then you talk about its sales and service on other page, in the transactional intent. Point 7. Does your page satisfy search intent? This is incredibly important because this is the point which even many other larger websites don't follow. There are 3 types of search intent. Number 1. Informational. How to get backlinks. Number 2. Transactional, buy backlinks. Number 3. Comparison, Moz versus Ahrefs. So, understanding the intent behind your targeted keywords should dictate how you structure your page. If your intent is informational, then you should structure your page on the basis of information and reports. And there is one truth, that if a person is searching information, then he is not ready to buy. So, what you need to do is creating a content funnel, in which first you're building awareness about the problem, then teaching people how to choose a solution, and finally explaining why your product is the best. Point 8. Is your primary keyword in the title tag? Make sure your targeted keyword is in the title. This will barely impact your SEO, but still it is a part of SEO. Point 9. Is your title click-worthy? According to a source, only 20% of people actually click on the title to read the article, and remaining simply skip. So, if you want to increase the click-through rate, you have to work on your title and make it more catchy. I would suggest you to go through some magazines, as their way of using titles is awesome. You can get some idea for your title as well. Point 10. Can you add modifiers to your title? You can use catchy words like best, top, or numbers like year 2020 to rank on more organic long-tail keywords. Point 11. Have you used all of your title tag real estate? Your title tag should not exceed 65 characters. So, you should take full advantage of this character real estate. Point 12. Is your page title wrapped in an H1 tag? Every page on your website should have an H1 tag. But, somehow it's not compulsory to add only one H1 tag. You can use multiple H1 tags, but try to do so in very rare circumstances. Generally it should be only one H1 tag. Point 13. Is your primary keyword in the meta description? It is a good practice if you write primary keyword in the meta description. Point 14. Is your meta description click-worthy? Like title tag, you should try to make your meta description click-worthy to increase CTR. Point 15. Is your primary keyword in the URL? It's true that if a page URL contains the primary keyword, it tends to perform better. Though it's a small ranking factor, but yet effective. Point 16. Is your URL structure lean? Long URL is hard to remember and is not SEO friendly. So, just exclude all the unnecessary words from URL and put only targeted keywords. Point 17. Is your primary keyword in the first sentence? It can be hard to place primary keyword in the first sentence naturally, but it is really important to do if you want Google to understand what your page is about. So, naturally place the targeted keywords in the first sentence. Point 18. Is your keyword density too aggressive relative to your competitors? You should write your content in the most natural way possible. It is not about stuffing the content with keywords. So, what you need to do is write the content first and then adjust the keywords in natural way. But keep in mind, keywords placement is more important than the keyword density. Point 19. Have you added variations of your primary keyword into the copy? It is smart to structure your page around one keyword. However, you should also try to rank that page for all the closely related variations. Point 20. Have you added synonyms, LSI keywords, of your primary keyword into the content? Google Hummingbird algorithm is designed to rank the pages based on themes, not just keywords. So, Not just structuring page around primary keywords is important, but also you need to add other relevant synonyms into the content. Phase 4, Content. Point 21. Is your page different and better than your competitors? Always remember, unique is better than long. Every page on your website that you want to rank, then you need to bring some unique and fresh content to the table. Always think about, how are you going to make this page different than what currently exists, while adding more values? You can do this by: Number 1. Leveraging the content that is unique to your brand. Number 2. Your page's UX/UI needs to better than your competitors. Number 3. Invest in multimedia if you are serious about ranking. Number 4. Educate by adding FAQs to the page. Give them unbiased education which can help people to make an informed decision. Helping searchers and adding values build a goodwill, which builds trust for your brand. And trust is the key to high conversions. Point 22. Is your content free of spelling and grammatical errors? I would recommend you to use tool like Grammarly to find out spelling and grammatical errors. This is important because Google is not fond of such errors. Point 23. Is your content longer, on average, than your competitors? Based on a study, it is truth that pages with long-form content tend to perform better in Google. Now it doesn't mean that you are writing several thousand words of fluff content, but instead it should be well crafted, unique and in-depth. As mentioned earlier, your content should be radically different than your competitors, not just longer. Point 24. Is your content well written? Writing 2,000 words is not enough. Actually, writing is a skill. And if you want your content to be well written, then you have two options. Number 1. You adopt the habit of reading and writing to improve your ability. Number 3. Hire someone professional who can write for you. Point 25. Is your content written for an 8th grader? Your content should be written to be understood and actionable. If someone cannot understand what you are talking about and how to implement, then there is a problem. People always want to know how your content is going to help them. So, craft your content which is readable and understandable for an 8th grader or below. It should be easier to understand and easier to take action on. You can use Hemingway Writer to check whether your content is readable or not. Point 26. Is your content engaging? From an SEO perspective, if searchers are engaging and digesting your content, then it's a positive signal for your page. It will gradually increase dwell time, and if you have seriously done a good job, then readers will surely take further actions like commenting, sharing, subscribing, becoming a lead, or even could purchase one of your products. You can make your content engaging by: Number 1. Writing to one reader by using pronouns such as you and yours. Number 2. Interweave relevant stories to illustrate points. Number 3. Actually know what you are talking about. Point 27. Does your content has short paragraphs? Long paragraphs are not SEO friendly. Keep your paragraphs short and scannable. Maximum 3 sentences should be used in a paragraph. Point 28. Are your headings structured logically? Structure your page logically by using H1, H2, H3, and H4 headings in your content. Point 29. Is your content using descriptive headings? There are many people who can just understand what your content is about by just scanning the headings. So, always use descriptive headings to engage the readers. Point 30. Have you used keywords variations, LSIs, or synonyms in your headings? Your H1 tag can be similar to your title tag, but other headings should include variations of your primary keywords, LSIs, and synonyms. Point 31. Is your content using bullet points and numbered lists? Use bullet points and numbered lists as frequently as you can. It will break up your content and makes it easier for readers to commit to digesting it. Point 32. Is your copy fresh? Check your content at least annually to make sure that your content is still accurate and current. Phase 5. Image optimization. Point 33. Does your page has as many or more images than your competitors? Unique images make your page more interesting and engaging. You should aim to have more images than your competitors have in their post. Point 34. Are your images unique to your website? Like writing, not all images are created equally. Always strive to place unique images and graphics on your page. Either you create by your own or you can hire a professional photographer who can do this for you. Point 35. Are your images high quality? Placing unique images is the first step. And the second is, your images should be of good quality. Hire a professional to take pictures or create graphics. If you are intending for a long-term business, then you should be investing in such areas. Point 36. Are you using the right image format? There are 3 different formats of images: JPEG, PNG, and GIF. Out of these 3, PNG is the highest quality. It doesn't have much impact on SEO, but it can take a bit longer time to load. So, always use default images as PNG or JPEG format. Point 37. Are your images sized appropriately? Images should be sized and uploaded according to their appearance on your page. In this way, page loading speed will be improved. Point 38. Are your images compressed? Using high-quality images are very important, but they should be fully optimized and compressed so that they don't affect your page loading speed. Tools like Optimizilla will help you compressing the images. Point 39. Do your images have descriptive file names? You should save your images on the basis of your content of images. If your image is about 5 ways to make coffee, then your image name should be like 5 ways to make coffee.png. Point 40. Do all of your images have descriptive and accurate alt tag descriptions? Google Spider uses alt tags to understand what an image is about. So always use descriptive alt tags for all the images. Phase 6. Video optimization. Point 41. Does your page have video content? Video is one of the most preferred media to be consumed online. It is the best way to engage searchers and keep them for a longer time to stay on your page. So, I would highly recommend you to add video content in your post if you want to increase dwell time. Point 42. Are the videos relevant to the page/primary keyword? Like your content and images, the video needs to be hyper-relevant to the page. Point 43. Are the videos unique to your brand? For a long-term strategy, you need to create your own video content. In this way, you can increase your brand presence on the second biggest search engine, YouTube. You can embed any existed video in your post, but that won't work for a long-term strategy. Point 44. Are the videos high quality and valuable? Video content can be much more effective when it is of high quality and valuable. If you are not able to face the camera, then you can hire someone who can represent your brand in front of camera. So, whatever you are going to share in the video, it should be highly engaging and valuable to the people. Point 45. Is the video content responsive? Your video should be easily viewable on all the devices. To check this responsiveness of your video, you can visit embedresponsively.com. Point 46. Are the videos hosted on the right platform? From an SEO perspective, YouTube is the best platform to host your video, and then embedding that video in your targeting page can have dual effect on your ranking. In this way, you can drive maximum traffic to your website. Point 47. Are the videos optimized? Your video's title should match the keywords that your page is targeting for. Phase 7, Links. Point 48. Does your page have internal links? Internal links are the powerful ways to build your site's authority and improves your site's crawlability and indexability and help you rank other important pages on your website. Point 49. Are your internal links using descriptive anchor text? Unlike external links, your internal links should use keyword-rich anchor text. Point 50. Are your internal links optimized based on first link priority? The big factor you need to keep in mind is first link priority. Because Google only counts the first link/anchor text on your page. That's the main reason you should avoid placing pages in the navigation that you are trying to rank. Point 51. Does the page have breadcrumbs? Breadcrumbs are useful for the large and e-commerce website. You just need to keep in mind the first link priority principle. Point 52. Are your internal links useful? Injecting the internal links for the sole purpose of ranking is not a great idea. Every internal link should serve a purpose or help the user in some way. If internal links are connected to the relevant and more valuable pages, then you are good to go. Point 53. Does your page have external links? Linking to the trusted and reputed resources builds the trust for your page. Point 54. Are all affiliate, sponsored, or paid links using a no-follow tag? Google says in its Webmaster Guidelines that all paid links should have no-follow tag. Point 55. Do all your external links set to open in a new window? Your goal should be to keep users on your site as long as possible, that's why you should set the external links to open in a new window. Point 56. Does your page have broken links? Broken link hurts user experience and needs to be tackled on frequent basis. Use Screaming Frog tool to verify this factor. Phase 8, User Experience. Point 58. Does your page load in less than 3 seconds? Page speed is one of the most important UX factor. Improving the page loading helps to improve the SEO performance. Pingdom and GT metrics are the best tools to optimize your page loading speed. Point 59. Is your page responsive and mobile friendly? Majority of the web searches are conducted through mobile devices. There is no debate that your website has to be mobile friendly. To test your page responsiveness on mobile devices, you can use a tool MobiReady. Point 60. Does your website have an SSL certificate installed? Google uses HTTPS as a ranking signal. And the website with not secure label would get hurt their search engine performance. Point 61. Is your font type legible and easy to read on all devices? Always use the fonts that are easy to read on all devices. Point 62. Is your font size large enough to easily read on all devices? Having large fonts is most important on mobile device, because readers should not have to pinch to zoom to read your text. Point 63. Does your page have aggressive ad placements? Random placements of multiple ads affects the user experience. Always think about the user first. Every SEO-driven page should be built to serve the user first. Achieve that part first and then think about the decent placement of ads. Phase 9, Goal Completions. Point 64. Does the page have a clear call to action? Google puts weight on goal completion. Goal completion is the action that the user is supposed to take on your page. Every page on your website should have a call to action. If it's a product page, then your CTA should be sales driven. If it's an informational, then CTA should be asking for share and comment. Point 65. Is your page shareable? Social media sharing buttons should be permanently displayed on an informational page because it's more likely to be shared, if it's good. Thank you for enrolling into this tutorial. I hope it was helpful to you. For more tips related to online marketing, you can visit our website. Take care.